Hickok here. It's 44 Magnum time on the range. You notice that swings them, doesn't it? A little bit more than the 9mm. There, got him too. Woo! I feel good. Let's just go ahead and take those guys out. Hickok 45 here. We're going to do a revisit today on the Cowboy, the Marlin Cowboy Limited in 44 Magnum. And you might know from our other revisit videos, what we do here is we shoot them again, have some more fun with them, but we update you, give you a little update on whatever firearm it is, what's going on with the firearm, is it still being manufactured, maybe pricing, availability, or is there any major changes in the impression of the firearm for some reason, company gone out of business, just whatever might have happened, what we think about it still. John gives his 2 cents worth in the video and shoots it a little bit, and we just kind of update you as we revisit the firearm and let you know what we think of it today. Would we buy it today, if we did not own it, and that sort of thing. So this is the 44 Magnum, the Marlin. This is an older one. Had it for about 10 years, and it's a sweet, sweet shooter, no doubt about it, and we appreciate it. Actually, I took 2 shots and to see if it still works. It seems to, and I did notice it still kicks. This Federal 44 Magnum is pretty hot. It's even good for bowling. See, takes that pin right off. And I've been told it'll take out a 12 ouncer. I think it took out about 3. Oh man, I love it. And I think it'll kill, it will drop a cowboy. Yeah boy, it ought to. Woo! I think it'll drop a gong. Oh sweet. Oh, another round. Let's take out a 2-liter. Wow, 44 Magnum. Let's take the other one out. Oh, I wounded him. I just barely wounded him. Yeah, this is, I guess I'll give away what I think about this rifle today, right? Because I still really like it. That's one of the things I wanted to share with you. This is, again, it's an older one, the JM marked. And we have 2 or 3 videos on it. I think a regular one, a chapter 2, and then I think we even did a rundown with this particular firearm. We did a few of those, but has the Skinner sights on it. Other than that, excuse me, it's pretty much the way it came. All right, and with these Cowboy models, I have found that you can put a peep sight, Skinner sight like this on it, ghost ring, and not have to change out the front sight. So that's really nice. But I think on the standard model, sometimes you can't get by with that. You have to replace the front sight. Lever guns, boy, if you like a lever gun, you'll like it. Let me load it. And I've got those are Federal rounds. I've got a few 300 grainers I load up for it, and that's one of the things and one of the reasons I still like it. The 44 Magnum is such a versatile cartridge. You can it'll work with 44 specials. I didn't bring any out. It doesn't cycle quite as well with 44 specials, but in a pinch they'll work. So it's like, why? I don't need to shoot 44 specials in it. One thing, if you're buying 44 specials yourself, you're probably paying a pretty penny for them. It's just not a really common round. They tend to be kind of expensive, sometimes as much or more than 44 Magnum rounds. So just depends on whether you hand load or not. But there's a wide range. Is there a cartridge more popular and more common, I guess, than the 44 Magnum? It's been around a long time, and there are a lot of different loadings, factory loadings, in it, and so many people hand load for it. There are little boutique shops that put out special loads for it that they're hotter than normal, which this gun would handle. And I load some of those myself with a 300 grain, hard cast lead bullet. And it's just a really versatile rifle. So yes, I still like it a lot. It's still for sale. I think it might have gone out of production for a short period of time in this Cowboy version, maybe even in the standard version. as Marlin went through its transition, as we all know about. Now the Freedom Group owns them. They had some hard times, as I understand, back around 2012 and 13, specifically with manufacturing these. I have read, and I didn't follow because I wasn't buying them at the time, but that the quality control on this specific rifle, the Model 94s, was not good, and there's a lot on that. You could read about it, but part of the reason the tooling was wearing before Marlin was sold, and they were having to jury rig a lot of things and to keep it working, keep the dimensions right and all that, and when they were bought out, then the Freedom Group and those folks, they just came in with new tooling and thought that would fix it, and they'd be able to just make Marlins like they'd always made them. Turns out it's a lot harder to make a lever action and for it to work and for it to look good and for it to be fit well than just have the right tools. You've got to know what you're doing. They are improving daily, monthly, as I understand, on these things, but they had some trouble with this one, the Model 94s, and they totally retooled for it, and they're trying to get them right. And you saw the Model 95 we did, and 4570, and I pointed out, one of the new ones, some of the deficiencies of that firearm, and compared it with the other 94 I have, and just how just not up to snuff, really, is it, compared with the old Marlins. So we'll give them a chance. And a lot of people complain about the Freedom Group buying them out and ruining Marlin. The other school of thought on that is they saved Marlin. A lot of people will tell you they saved the company. They might not even exist now. So I'm not sure what's true totally, but hopefully they'll get them back like the old days, I guess. We'll say that way. How's that? So you could buy one of these today. They're out there, they're on the market. They run in the cowboy version around $950, I think. They're not cheap. And the standard model, I think, runs around $600, but they are available. And I've not owned one of those. We did a test, like I said, on a new one in the Model 95 4570 model, gave our impressions of the new versus the old and everything, but I've not tried a new version of this. But they are being made, and I'm glad they are, because this is one of the coolest little rifles, I still think that I've ever owned. It's a carbine, really, and is it carbine or carbine? I was doing some mountain climbing last week, and I got in a big argument with a buddy of mine about whether it was a carabiner or a carabiner. Well, he pronounces one of these as a carbine, and he was calling that thing you hook on the rope a carabiner the whole day. He was driving me crazy, carabiner, so anybody gives me a hard time for calling this a carbine. So I don't know. Just say it the way you think is right. How's that? Let's shoot some, what is that? Oh, that's called cinder. There's only one pronunciation of that, cinder. What else needs to be shot? Well, let me take out those little 12 ounces there if I can. Oh man. Ouch. Boy, that's a hard hitting round to be hitting that steel, I guess. Got him. Oh, look at here. Let's put a couple on the target. Paper. Boom. Oh man, yeah. I see a 2 liter. No, I see a thing of water hiding behind there. I got him. There's a 2 liter hiding. Woo! Bowling pin. Click. We're out of ammo. Oh boy, this is a nice rifle. This and the other one I have in 45 Colt, 2 of my very favorite rifles. I think I say that a lot, don't I? I guess I have a lot of favorite rifles. Let's shoot a couple of these 300 grain bullets. You want to? Are you ready for that? The question is, am I ready? Yeah, these are nice guns. This rifle, as I have told you before, I think it dominated, I guess that's a fair term, it dominated cowboy action shooting, especially in the early days. A lot of people since have gone to Uberti, model 1873s and different things, but it still does well, and it is just like butter. The one I have in 45 Colt I shot for a long time, and there are a lot of matches before I got a Uberti 1873, and a lot of people don't get a 1873, they just shoot these, which are great, but the 44 I just got because I like the 45 Colt model so much in the 94, and so they're just a great pair. And this is the kind of rifle that as I've had it now for these 10 years, that it's a kind of a do-all rifle, an all-around rifle you could do almost anything with. You could say the same thing if it was in maybe 357 Magnum or even 45 Colt, but especially in 44, you can do about anything you want with this thing. And not cheap to shoot necessarily, but you could hunt with it, plink with it, just whatever you like. And just like here, I've got some pretty stout rounds loaded up. I'm gonna put one on the gong. Big lead. As I call this my poor man's 4570, I'm gonna try that turkey over there on the top. Boy, you notice how quickly he went down. Let's try a ram. Got to hit him first. Yeah. Rolls them over. Try the third one, I guess. Oh, I love it. 300 grains of lead. Oh, man. Let's just put one on that red plate on the left. Rolls that plate. We have another round. What right here close needs to be hit with a 300 grain bullet? How about a 2 liter? No, let's save a 2 liter for John. Let's shoot that bowling pin right there. Boom. And I'm going to be really nice. I'm going to even save that pot for John, because I get to do all the pot smoking. John needs a turn. Yeah, she's empty. Oh, man. Of course, that Federal 44 mag stuff is pretty warm. I can't tell a lot of difference. Out here in the cold, it's easy to get your fingers hurting if you're not careful messing with stuff. Yeah, this is just a really cool rifle, still being made. I still like it a lot. I haven't really discovered a lot of negatives to it at all, other than what I shared with you in one of the other videos, is I discovered it would not handle cast bullets smaller than a 431 diameter, because I had been loading some 429s, 430s in my handguns for decades, and thought when I bought this that I could just shoot that same ammo. It made sense. Well, I came out here, and I've told this story before, shooting paper literally as close as that old chest there we're shooting up, that chest of drawers, and the bullets were tumbling. They're hitting the paper sideways. So I knew something wasn't right. And so I changed to, after some experimentation, all the factory jacketed ammo I've ever shot does just fine, as you can see. I don't even know what the diameter is on that, but it always does fine. But on a hard cast bullet, it needs to be a 431, which is what those 300 grain bullets are. So that was kind of a negative. It was a disappointment, to tell you the truth. But once I realized it, learned what it was, got some bullets and started loading. So now I just load 431 for everything in 44, and that takes care of the problem. The same bullet and everything. So anyway, this is pretty cool. Let me let John give you his impressions of it, and then I'll wrap up with it, okay?
Hey, thanks, Dad. It's kind of tough to sit behind the camera so much and watch you have all the fun, so this is nice to get to shoot this cool thing. It's a really cool lever action rifle. I like how it's small and light, but yet still has a lot of thump, being a 44 Magnum. So it's kind of a neat little one-size-fits-all kind of lever gun. Kind of a sweet spot, I guess, maybe the Goldilocks of Marlin lever guns. And these older Marlins, of course, have a great reputation. And it's just really easy to hit with. I love these ghost ring sights. I would say, I guess, I kind of like the insert on there. It's annoying because it can kind of get loose and stuff, but the hole is a little big for me on these things. But it's, man, it makes it so much easier to shoot well. And then where this thing side ejects, it's not a problem to mount something like this on top. You can't exactly do this with a Model 92 or a 1873 Winchester where it comes out the top. So really neat gun, very versatile. Now I'm going to shoot it. And Dad already loaded up for me, so it feels like maybe he shorted me around. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Well, Since I don't do as much pot smoking as Dad, I guess I'll go ahead and take out that pot right there. All right, one shot. Let's try the red plate over there. A little low, I think. All right, I'm gonna go for the turkey on the highest turkey that's standing. All right, go for the next one down. Maybe I'm gonna go for one of those pigs up on the top left. All right, I'm gonna get really frisky and I'm gonna try that little bitty pig over there by the hanging propane tank. Oh man, this thing is so much fun. How many rounds left? Nope, that was it. Yeah, I have to agree with a lot of what Dad said about this rifle. It's just a great little all-around gun, and especially where this is one of the older Marlins. You can trust it, I think, and hopefully they'll figure out what the problem is with the new ones, and they'll be great again. So anyways, all right, Dad.
Well, I'm glad you like it too, John, because I really do like it. And as I say, this firearm is still being made. It's again, it's a little bit in the middle of that transition, with the Freedom Group and the old Marlin and all that, but it's still being manufactured. It's still not inexpensive. It cost you something that was not cheap when I bought this one or the other one, in 45 Colt. And I would buy it today. I would definitely do that. Even with the cool lever guns I own, this is one that if I saw it in the shop and I did not own it, even today with all the firearms that I might own, I would want to buy it. I really would. I would want to own this thing today. And from yourself and myself, there are firearms that if I didn't own it, maybe I've shot it over the years and I don't shoot it much anymore, and it's okay. I'm not going to rush out and sell it, but if I did not own it, maybe I wouldn't buy it today. I don't know, but this is not one of those. Okay, it shoots great. I got a couple of rounds in it here. Take out a couple of these targets that are still left. Wake up the gong again. Yeah, buffalo. Yeah, the other buffalo. Yeah, nice. I might even try a chicken over there if I can see it. We're losing light, but I'll try a chicken. I'm over him, I think. Yeah, I knew that was on. That was the last shot. That's a good way to end. Hit a chicken on the last shot, isn't it? So yes, I'm happy to revisit this, and I'm glad that you revisited with us, even though it's very, very cold and you all might not be dressed properly. But I'm glad you came by and watched us do a little revisiting of this fine rifle. It deserves to be revisited. Life is good. Well, since I'm still here, let me go ahead and thank SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute, for their support of the channel. If you're not familiar with them, they do distance learning. They're fully accredited. You can get a certification in gunsmithing there. You can even get an associate degree in firearms technology, and you can go on to do a lot of different things with that, if you're interested. So, there's hands-on training and everything. So check the link in the description, sdi.edu, and, check it out. I do a lot of work with veterans, so it might be of some interest to you. So check that out. And also keep in mind, while I'm still here, that we are on Full 30 now. All our videos are over on full30.com, and there's a link in the video descriptions to that as well. So, watch us wherever you like to. YouTube, Full 30, better yet, both. And keep in mind that we have the Hickok 45 and Son channel. John does a lot of things over there. I do some things over there, some Hickok history, different things. We've got the Hickok 45 Facebook page. We do a lot on that. There's 400,000 people following that. I hope you're one of them. The Hickok 45 and Son Facebook page. So we've got a lot going on there. Got the Gun Culture Radio show that John does, and I'm on that show sometimes. Over on Hickok 45 and Son. So just wanted to make you aware of everything that's going on in case you might not be familiar with it. Okay, and you'd better start getting familiar with it, because if you don't, I'm going to come to your house and have a chat with you. You don't want that to happen. And if I do, you'd better have good donuts and good coffee waiting for me, okay?